I just pulled in $4,000 from a brand new Instagram page in 30 days. I've never sold a single thing, I've never showed my face, and I simply posted content and got paid for the views. Most people have no clue you can even do this. They think making money online means building some massive following first and then trying to convince people to buy stuff. But here's the thing. I knew some of you would think I just got lucky, so I said screw it. Let me prove that this wasn't just a one-time thing. I started over with a completely fresh account and I did it again. Now, I'll break down the exact method that I use so you can get paid just for views. So very soon, you're gonna stop wondering how people make money from their phones and start having brands paying for your attention. All right, so what the hell is paid for views anyways? Here's what blew my mind when I first found out about this. There are companies right now literally writing checks just because people watched your video. That's it. It's literally that simple. Think of it like this. Companies are like, we need to get people to see our stuff. And you're like, I can do that. I'll post content about your products on my page. So they're like, here's my money, just give us attention. Here's how simple it is. You post a video, casually mention a brand or product, people watch it, and then they wire you money. Some of these brands are even paying $5 for every 1,000 people who watch. So let's do some quick math. If your video gets 100,000 views, boom, $500 just appeared in your bank account. Hit 1 million views, that's $5 grand for just one post. Now let me stop you before you say, but I'm not some influencer with millions of followers. Dude, that's the beautiful part. They don't care if you're famous. They don't care if you have 10 followers. This works for nobodies with faceless pages because it's not about your personal brand. It's about getting views, even from people on the other side of the earth that you'll never meet in your life. Instagram's algorithm is practically begging you to show your stuff to new people. The trick is knowing what type of content actually gets picked up. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. Here's an example of how this worked for me. So to prove this wasn't just dumb luck, I started over with the help of Paul right here. Brand new page, 0 followers, basically the Instagram equivalent of being the new kid at school. We picked the make money online niche and started posting content using this paid for views model. The first 5 posts tanked hard, but the 6th one finally took off. Now, just to preface, we both posted on Instagram and TikTok since it's no extra work to repost on TikTok. And you get paid the same amount. So if it flops on Instagram and blows up on TikTok, you're still getting paid bank. And if it blows up on both platforms, you're just getting 2 viral videos for the price of one 20-30 minute editing session. That means 2 times the amount of money for the same amount of work. That's true leverage. Anyways, the 6th video that we posted got 386,000 views. People from countries I can't even pronounce were watching our stuff at 3 a.m. And since it was tied to a brand deal, they paid over $700 just for those views. And in this case, it was $2 per 1,000 views. This video made more money than what most people make in a week, all from 20 to 30 minutes of work. And since then, I've repeated this process across multiple pages. The people in the viral creator community are doing it too. Even random college kids are making $10,000 a month, like AJ and Connor, using the same formula. And funny enough, they might end up dropping out just like I did because they're making a bag from Instagram right now. So why are companies just throwing money at regular people like us? Let's look deeper and talk about why paid for views works. Right now, companies are basically saying screw all traditional ads and throwing their budgets at creators instead. And you could see this every day with digital products, physical products, heck, even streamers are hopping on this wave. I'm sure you've seen tons of clips of streamers like Kai Cenat, Speed, even Aiden Ross is hopping on this wave. And all these people with faceless pages, well, they wouldn't be doing it for free. They're getting paid per 1,000 views. So if you're a consumer and as you watch the content, somebody else is getting paid for it. Let's reverse this. And like I said, they don't give a damn if you're famous or if your page started yesterday. Can you get eyeballs on the screen? Cool, here's money. Why? Because when someone sees a blatant ad, they scroll past it without thinking. But when your content feels natural and just happens to mention their product, they actually stick around. So instead of blowing 50 grand on some corporate ad that everybody ignores, they'd rather slip you a few thousand to casually drop their name in content people actually want to watch. As somebody once said, the best kind of marketing is when people don't know they're being marketed to. So this right here is the ultimate win-win-win situation. You make money, Instagram gets content that doesn't suck, and these brands get attention without looking desperate. The thing is, most people have no clue that this whole economy even exists. They're out here grinding for pennies while companies are literally begging creators to take their money. And on top of that, if you think this is now oversaturated because I'm talking about it and you missed the boat, think again. The creator economy is absolutely exploding right now, and content creation is one of the most important skills you can learn to get paid a lot of money because you gain leverage from that skill. Meaning you can post one video, get 1 million views, and make thousands of dollars from it. Imagine if you post every single day for 30 days. How much money can you make? Probably a lot, but only if you're good. So you have to practice this skill. Here's where most people completely mess this up. Most people post 3 videos, get 12 views total, and they throw in the towel. Look, I'm not trying to be David Goggins up here, but the only difference between someone making $0 and someone making 5 grand is that the one person kept posting while the others gave up. Because those failed videos aren't actually failures. They're free market research. You're basically getting paid to be educated on what works and what doesn't, except you're not paying tuition. You post something, it flops, now you know what angle sucks. Congrats. You post something else, it gets decent views, now you know you're getting warmer. Once you hit on something that works, you just make more stuff like that. Every flop is just one step closer to your first viral hit, like you saw earlier in this video. As long as you don't give up, you literally cannot lose at this game. You're either learning what doesn't work or you're making money from what does. You can even make money from the ones that flop. Now let's talk about how to get views even with 0 followers. Instagram isn't the same beast it was 5 years ago when I started. It's actually better. Your follower count means as much as your high school GPA now. Nobody gives a fuck. Reels get thrown at random people based on one thing. Did the last person actually watch it? To put this concept simply, if your video keeps people glued, Instagram shows it to more people. It's not about being Mr. Beast. It's about making people not scroll away. Now, stop trying to reinvent the wheel. Go stalk your biggest pages in your space. What made you stop scrolling in the first 3 seconds? That's your blueprint. Copy that format and you can go from 0 to 100,000 views overnight. I've seen pages that started last week pull this off. And if you're doing faceless content, even better. You can pump out videos without worrying about anything except the content itself. You're one video away. One video that hits different can land your first payout, even if your page is brand new. Now the question is, where can you actually find these paid for views opportunities? Well, there's a ton of private ones, but you can actually go on WAP. WAP hosts a lot of these paid for views opportunities that are solid. They have opportunities on there that pays you $5 per every 1,000 views, meaning for just 100,000 views, you get paid $500. And as I showed you earlier in this video, we picked the make money online niche, but there are so many niches to choose from. You could jump into the health niche like this page right here. As you see, this page is posting AI avatar content. And if you watch some of the videos, what you'll notice is that they're actually promoting a physical product. And if you look at their bio, they're affiliating for the physical product they're talking about in their reels. So some of these pages, not only can you get paid for views, but you can also get paid for commissions on the product. Let's look at this page a little bit deeper. In the page I mentioned before, we were in the make money online space, but you don't have to go on that niche if you don't want to. You can actually pick other niches like the health niche. If you look at the content on this page, you'll see that this page is posting about health tips. But more specifically, they're tackling one singular problem, which is bloating. Now, if you look a little bit closer, this content is getting a lot of views, about 100,000 views per video. But let's look a little bit deeper in the content. By looking at this video, you'll see that there's a controversial hook in the first 3 to 5 seconds. And this immediately grabs the audience's attention. Now, a little bit later on in the video, they're actually providing actionable value about how you can combat anti-aging and bloating with these natural remedies. Now, later on in the video, you'll see that they're actually promoting a supplement. So this structure right here is working right now. And in every single video that they post, they're actually promoting the supplement. Viewers can even comment a certain keyword and the link to the product will be directly sent to them via DMs. And if you look at this page, every single piece of content is structured the same way and about the same thing, just reiterated in different ways. Now, this page right here clearly gets paid by affiliating for the product. But if you have a really good relationship with the brand, they're probably gonna be willing to pay you for the amount of views you get on the content as well. So there's a really cool hybrid model that you can do. And one more thing, I didn't even mention this, but in the content, you'll notice that these aren't real people. This is all made by AI. So this page right here, completely faceless. And there's a ton of pages out there like this. You just have to be aware and stop thinking of it in the lens of a consumer, but as a producer. Look at the pages and try to understand, okay, how are they monetizing? Because nobody has all day to post content every single day on a page. Nobody's gonna do it for no monetary gain. People aren't gonna do it if they're not making money. It's just a waste of time. I mean, I'm sure there's some pages out there where people just do it for fun, but like, we're trying to make money here. So if I had to start over over today, here's exactly what I'd do. I wouldn't wing it. I'd follow the same system that's working for everybody else right now. The people actually making money from this aren't just posting some random stuff and hoping for the best. They're running a simple 3-step process. Step 1 is the setup. Pick your lane, build your page, and set everything up so the algorithm actually wants to push your content. Step 2 is content. Post every single day using formats that are already proven to work. Test different hooks and styles until something sticks. Once it sticks, double down on it. And step 3, cash in. Once a video pops off, brands start paying you based on those views. Some pages are pulling in $2 to $5 per every 1,000 views. If you hit 100,000 views this week, that's $500 in your account without even selling anything yourself. That's crazy. One of my pages even hit 1 million views in just 3 weeks. That's a $5,000 payday just for understanding what people want to watch. If you want the full playbook on how to pick your niche, set up your page, and start getting paid for views, my 1-hour Instagram automation course breaks down everything. It doesn't cost you a penny. I've literally put it on the screen for you now so you can get started right away. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.